Hello, my dear Liberians. I come with a special message to the President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable elderly statesman Joseph Boakai, on the nation state of affairs, the nation of Liberia states of affairs, and advocated by the nation leading TV, informative TV program Spoon Talk. I just want to congratulate you for the steps taken, even though we came up with suggestion, but the wisdom of the president will always be respected. Uh, your wisdom will always be respected. But I stopped by this morning to please appeal to you, Mr. President, that every corrupt government official that's been fired should be referred to the Justice Ministry. They should report to Justice Ministry to begin the process of defending themselves, and if found guilty, place them behind the bar as a means of deterring for the thousands and hundreds of thousands of them who are still behind with the mentality of stealing from the country and breaking down the country financial resources. Don't just fire it based on the situation. Fire, investigate, and imprison if there be a need to do so. If you want to sit comfortable in your seat, the criminals in that country must begin to see your action that will deter further breaking down and ravaging of our nation. Your grandchildren, granddaughters, they are all in the streets since 1990. You have become a beacon of hope for post-war Liberia, President Boakai. I know the pressure that you're going through and the challenges that you're going through. We do understand. We who from the old or from the past age of Liberia up to present. And one of the reasons why I have to write a book on what I witnessed before and after the Civil War. Do not just fire, begin to send them to court. Let the Liberian people see that they are at central prison, to send a strong signal to the rest of the criminals who are planning to go into government to continue business as usual against our nation. There's a reason why God put you there, 80 years old president for that country, so that you become a grandfather for every child that in the ghetto, in the street, that parents that cannot afford food, parents that their daughters are living beyond what they ever anticipated in their life in order to feed their family. I'm a testimony to that. After 27 years, my visit to Liberia, I introduced even night counseling to be able to connect with these young children in the street to find out why they are there. And we went to all of the methods, how they were influenced by the peer to go in the street to find survival. I visited the legendary Mary Broad office, and she disclosed to me that we had 40,000 Liberians living with HIV. And I've been 6 years since I left Liberia. There's a need to bring international organizations together. I was there. I saw the system. They used to do HIV tests to hear every junction. So many places they used to do the tests there. It does not sound good for our country for 40,000 to be living with HIV. I don't know what the status now. I don't know how they've contained them to avoid them from being connected to the rest of the public. I saw the disaster of young children, young females, boys, young adults who congregate in the street on a daily basis, 3 in a year, turning to beer bars for hope and pleasure and reliefs. The children in the ghettos, they are surviving on selling drugs. They are not only selling drugs, but they are using principality and powers to sell the drug to spiritually entice buyers. As long as you go to the ghettos and buy the drugs, there will be a demonic spirit planted in you to always go back to buy the drugs. And when in person at the ghettos and found out all this information from the very kids that were selling it, and they told me, I got a video there circling on my page. I've stopped by this morning. I know that you can't be moved by pressure. You are a wise old man. God, for the first time in the life of Liberian people, appointed the second Peter Hill. Take them from there. That law makers, people, place where they're making law for the life of the country, but they're rather making laws to put more money in their pocket. Taking $45,000 and then end up with rotting vehicles. That government will have to taking $45,000 to buy rotten vehicle. Even though I reviewed most of the vehicles, just one of them that seemed to be near that 45,000. Just one, not even two. But the rest of them are all used vehicles. 75%. Put your feet down. Nail it with 4-inch nail. And get the Liberian people job done. Grandpa, may God be with you and strengthen you so that you can get the job done and restore our country. God bless and have a blessed day. We will keep watching, following, putting pressure from our end. God bless the Republic of Liberia. God bless the two houses. God bless government ministry and public corporations and every functionary of our country. May God bless and rescue the young generation from the street and establish educational institutions, raising the economy of the country to help the young generation, removing every criminal drug laws from our country and making sure that we put a team together, a strike, they call them the strike team, presidential strike team, headed by Ministry of Defense, National Police, NSA, to make sure, provide them with a vehicle, marked vehicle, to roam our street and the ghettos. And then you begin raising money. Thank you for the agriculture. Thank you for the agriculture initiative. And now we need a strike force that will enforce the stopping of the drugs. Strike force headed by Ministry of Defense, co-chair National Police, and monitored by NSA to begin roaming our country. And we'll pray to God that you achieve the good roads, since we're going through the dry season, that we should be able to achieve roads where those teams can reach every part of the country and begin to shut down the various ghettos. And then we begin the construction of a correction center with all the educational and training facilities in it, so that as we take the children from the street, we'll send them there and make them human beings and put them back in school, so that before your time is over, you're on a way to develop sound Liberians who will take over our government with honesty, with high degree of honesty. And no more shall we take that we erase the issue of corruption from all of the minds of the young generation, take away the mentality of the war, the years of war and conflict from all of the minds of the young generation, to make them. And Mr. President, as long as you achieve this, suddenly those dry bones will suddenly rise again, and Liberia will once again prosper and become